Hello, first graders. Welcome back. This is week 4, day 2/4. For today's lesson, you will need your thinking cap, your listening ears, a pencil, your crayons, and your modules 3 and 4 EL workbook. If you don't have your materials ready, just press pause, then press play when you're ready to learn. Do you have your materials ready? Okay, let's get started. Life can be really hard sometimes, and sometimes things don't go as you planned, or you don't get to do or have what you want. We are going to watch a video about finding ways to overcome disappointment and finding a way to be happy again, even when things don't go your way. Today, we'll be watching a self-care video called Sesame Street, a Park Problem. As you're watching the video, think about how the family made up ways to overcome a frustrating moment.
Hi, I'm Sam from Sesame Street, and this is my family.
Park!
That's right, Julia. We're all going to the park together.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah, you too, Rose. Julia's gonna play in the swings, and I'm gonna play hopscotch.
Uh-oh, looks like the park's pretty crowded today.
We can try coming back tomorrow.
Oh, but I really wanted to play hopscotch.
Swings!
I know you're feeling disappointed, honey, but maybe we can make a game out of our walk home.
We won't be able to do exactly what you wanted, but we can still be outside and try doing new fun things.
Okay.
Julia, I know you wanted to play on the swings, so we're going to play 1, 2, 3, whee! And Sam, instead of hopscotch, we'll all play
Don't step on a crack!
Come on!
1, 2, 3, whee! Again!
This game's easy. You just don't step on a crack. You gotta hop over them like this. Hop over the crack.
Now we can all be bird watchers. Find a bird, Julia. Birdie! Tweet!
And last, we can all sing along while I play my saxophone.
Together, our whole family can change our plan and find new ways to do the things we love.
What was one of the things the family did to overcome their frustrating moment? That's right. And by thinking of ways to overcome those moments, you are practicing self-care. What's something you have done to overcome a frustrating moment in your life? Good. Thank you for sharing. It's important to take care of yourself, and this is just one way to do it. Now that we've warmed up our brain and had a chance to talk a little, let's move into our lesson. Our learning target says, I can closely view pictures to gather information about bird beaks and feathers. So we'll be closely viewing pictures and gathering information about the beaks and the feathers that we see in the pictures. Now remember, throughout this module, we are acting as researchers. And today, we'll focus on closely observing. How does closely observing a picture help us to gather important information? Share your thinking. That's right. We can see and notice important things in the picture. And sometimes It's easier to observe a picture than it is to observe a real-life specimen. We can zoom in and see all of the details. And that's what we'll be doing today. As we begin to closely view pictures, we'll be using a brand new protocol. The close viewing protocol. Read that with me. Close viewing protocol. These are things that we should be doing when we're trying to closely observe something. The first one says, zoom in on one part of the picture. Now, our learning target told us that we'll be looking at beaks and feathers. So those are the parts that we're going to zoom in on. Next, look closely at the details in that part of the picture. Next, think about what those details helped you learn. So we'll have to really use our thinking cap when we're zooming in and looking at details. Next, tell a partner about your details. Today, I will be your partner. Draw and write a note about the details. Today, you will be writing notes about the details inside of your EL workbook. Now, friends, closely viewing and using the close viewing protocol is something that takes practice. I am going to model how to do this, and then it will be your turn. So first, it's my turn. Watch me as I use my close viewing protocol to closely view the pictures. Ooh, look at this picture with me. This is a pelican beak. First, I will zoom in on one part of the picture. Okay, I'm just going to look at the beak. I'm not paying attention to the background or the neck or the head, just the beak. Next, I will look closely at the details in that part of the picture. It looks like the top part of the beak might be hard, and underneath on the bottom part of the beak, it looks like it might be stretchy. Think about what those details helped you learn. Well, I said that my details were the top is hard and the bottom is stretchy. I'm thinking that they're stretchy because the pelican lives in water. And I'm thinking that he probably opens his beak and lets fish hop in or scoop up those fish inside of the bottom part of his beak. I'm guessing that this part stretches out so that he can hold the fish in there. And I'm telling you right now about my details. The next part says draw and write a note about the details. So now I need to write about everything I just told you. Today, we'll be writing our details inside of our EL workbook. Here's my page right here. Because I'm looking at only the beak right now, I'm going to finish this sentence. I notice that the pelican's beak looks long and stretchy. That's the detail that I told you. Now I need to draw a sketch of that long and stretchy beak. There we go. You can see that this part is the long and stretchy part. Nod your head if you can see how I closely looked at the pelican beak using my close viewing protocol, and then I wrote down my notes. Good. Do you think that you could look at a picture, use the close viewing protocol, and then write notes? I think you can. Let's try it together. First, you'll need to go to page 15 in your EL workbook. You'll know you're there when it looks like this. page 15 in your EL workbook. Make sure that your page looks like this. If you still need more time to find that page 15, just press pause. Okay, we're going to start by looking at a picture and just writing about the beak. Here's your picture. This is a kingfisher beak, right here. First, you need to zoom in on one part of the picture. Which part are you looking at? If you're looking at the beak, that's right here. Look closely and think about the details that you see. Think about what those details helped you learn. Can you tell me, your partner, about the details that you observe? Go ahead and share what you see. Good. Thank you for sharing your noticing with me. Now, it's time for you to draw and write a note about that detail. Remember, we're only doing the beaks portion of the workbook page. In the I notice box, complete the sentence, writing about what you just told me. I notice blank. Write a sentence. What did you notice about the kingfisher beak? I'll give you plenty of time to write your sentence. If you have not completed your I notice sentence, just press pause, then press play once you've finished your sentence. Okay, now that we have done part of this, the write a note, it's time to draw about the details. Remember, let's go back and look at mine. I wrote a sentence about what I noticed, and then I drew a sketch of what I noticed. In the sketch box, draw a sketch of what you see on the kingfisher's picture. Draw a sketch. I'll give you a minute or two to complete your sketch. If you need more time to complete your sketch of the kingfisher beak or to write your noticing sentence, just press pause. Now that you've closely viewed the kingfisher beak using the protocol and your workbook, it's time for you to do your independent work. Today, your independent work is to complete the feathers section of that page 15. I will not be walking you through this part because it's independent work. You're going to do it all by yourself. First, use the close viewing protocol to closely look at the European eagle owl feathers. Then, you'll write a sentence and draw a sketch. I will leave this on the screen once we have reviewed our learning targets. That way, you have something to look at to help you get started for your independent work. Before we say goodbye and I let you get started, let's take a peek at our learning target. Today's target said, I can closely view pictures to gather information about bird beaks and feathers. Today, we closely observed doing what researchers do. Good job. Now, I'm going to go back to this page so that you can press pause and take some time to use the close viewing protocol, making observations about the European eagle owl. Complete the feather section of your workbook. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends. Go ahead and press pause. That way, you have time to look at the independent work picture.